Astronauts to the moon.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
What's going on, everyone? It's Jaron from Jeranism, back with a repeat video for you today. If you've watched all my videos, then you've seen this video that follows, but it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder video, and the reason that I'm re-releasing it is because the next video that comes out on my channel will refer back to this video and talk a little bit about the jet streams, and so this video is just a good refresher. So if you've seen all my videos, perhaps there's no reason to watch, but that's up to you. The fact remains that there is a site, earth.nullschool.net, that is a great resource that used to include an AE map projection, and since it has been removed for no other reason than it was waking people up. And since I can no longer show you now that it's gone, I have to show you an older video where I was able to show an even older video when the AE map was still on the site. So now we pick up from somewhere near the start of this video, from over a year and a half ago, where I start to talk about the usefulness of that site. Enjoy. You can get so many real-time attributes about the Earth, from carbon monoxide, surface concentrations, to sulfur dioxide. You can see the heavy dust concentration, the particulate matter. I particularly liked it for the winds, but they also had ocean currents and waves. But the winds, to me, were amazing. You could check the winds at different altitudes. You could check wind speed, temperature, humidity, wind power density, precipitation, cloud water, mean sea level pressure, and the Misery Index, all plus a bunch more. But now the AE map is gone. Yes, the map that made sense, because of course we're looking at the globe here where things don't really seem to jive. We got waves and winds going every different direction, swirling around, making a mess. But if we flip that to the AE map, well, what do you know? Things make sense. So it was an excellent tool, regardless of whether or not this is the map of the Earth or not. It seemed to give us an idea of what's going on. You got the red area there where the sun and moon travel around in a clockwise direction. Then when you flip it over here to the globe, again, you've got waves and things going in different directions. You've got some going up, some going down as if they're going towards the equator. You've got things going away from the center when you get towards the poles. It was just a utter disaster. And so it was an awesome tool that helped people see that the ocean currents, waves, winds aloft, the jet streams, even heavy dust concentration made no logical sense on the globe, and yet made all the sense on the AE projection. And people were starting to get it, because we talk about Occam's razor. Clearly, it takes a lot of assumptions and a lot of beliefs and a lot of nonsense theories to make it work on the spinning ball Earth with the attached atmosphere that's velcroed to the Earth, and you're flying at speeds you'll never be able to know or test. But on the azimuthal equidistant, things simply made sense. So then, back in September, something strange happened. It was set up before that if you change the map from the globe to the azimuthal equidistant, that the first thing that would happen is it would bring up the north polar projection, the azimuthal equidistant map that we've come to know. In September, all of a sudden, when you clicked on that AE map, you had a south polar projection, which was peculiar. Why would they change it to a south polar projection? Nothing else on the site changed. So I did go into Facebook, found the guy whose site it is, and you'll see here a little conversation between us. I said, is Cameron the one who answers these questions? I have a rather simple question, and I was hoping to get the truth, or the honest truth. Why was the azimuthal equidistant projection changed from a north polar centered to a south polar centered earlier this year? Would you mind telling me who ordered that change? You'll see he responded to me. He said, hi, thanks for the message. Yes, it is changed because I wanted people to see that there is nothing special about the azimuthal equidistant projection having the north pole in the center. The south pole can also be in the center, showing the nice shape of Antarctica. So that didn't make any sense to me because, number one, now you're showing people the South Pole. So you're just, if you didn't want people to think the North is important, now you want them to think the South is important? Confused. So I said to him, there's a very big difference. There is no South Pole magnet. All compasses are drawn to the North Pole. Any direction 180 degrees from north is south. Love the site, by the way, but for those of us with alternative Earth theories, it was very telling that this was changed. So if someone told you to do that, tell them thanks. It helped show our point. He responded with a thumbs up. So skip ahead to November 4th. As you see here, I asked him, why was the AE map gone? And he said, probably a bug, we'll address soon. That was on November 4th. Today's the 19th. It's been 15 days. Also, it is not a bug. I know somebody who's very into computers that's able to check the code of different sites. They have gone in and told me that it has been stopped on purpose, that it was a change in the code that made it so it didn't come up anymore when the person went to an AE map. So what could possibly be the reason somebody would tell him to shut down the AE map? And so I did send him one more message and just said, still a bug, I guess. Do you feel good about following the orders of whoever tells you to make these changes? And so as you can see on the screen now, I just wanted to point out the wind currents or the wind speed at different altitudes. And if you look at the globe here, it just makes no sense. It's all over the place. But if we flip it to the AE, I guess we're going to look at the globe first. But you can see it just doesn't have a lot of rhyme or reason. Remember, those winds are going in the same direction that the Earth is spinning. So think of the Earth spinning. Think of what happens when something spins. Wind goes the opposite direction. Not in the same direction that the Earth spins, faster than the Earth spins. Because again, the atmosphere is connected to the Earth. So if the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles per hour, then the winds are going in that direction, 1,000 miles per hour plus the wind speed. But we flip it to the AE and look what you get. Now all of a sudden things make sense. And of course, the winds are not faster than the Earth spins because the Earth doesn't spin. And the winds go in the same direction all over. And if you kind of picture the sun and moon being that blue section in the middle there, things start to make a lot of sense. Can't think of why they would have got rid of this AE map from that site, though. I mean, could it be that the globe made absolutely no sense to the point where people were starting to see it? I mean, look here. The winds aloft, they simply do not jive. They don't make any sense with a spinning Earth, a tilted spinning Earth. I mean, look at this mess. Nothing made any sense. But if we flipped it to the AE map, all of a sudden we had order in the world. We had rhyme and reason. You see everything going the same direction. The only time that these winds break up is when they hit a piece of land, and everything just jives. So as you can see, when you go there now, you get the globe, of course. Thank you for that. And you can go to the site now. Again, it's earth.nullschool, which is nullschool.net, and you will quickly see that nothing works on the globe, including reality. And so I guess a quick thank you to whoever it is making those changes, because they tell you you're on the right track when you're making people make moves. And if you want to go make sense of the world and you click the AE map, you won't get it. You can click A, which is for the Atlantis map. You can click the CE for conical equidistant. It still works. But you click AE and you get the globe. The AE map is gone. See here? You can try and spin it different directions. No, you can only do that with the globe. It's not going to give you the AE projection. The other projections that they still do have is the equirectangular. They've also got the orthographic. They've got the Peterson Gale. They've got the stereographic, the Waterman butterfly, and the Winkle triple. But I don't want the Winkle triple.
No.
And I don't want the Atlantis map.
No.
And I don't want the globe.
No.
And needless to say, I'm not real pleased.
Well, why don't you cry about it?
Hey, that's not very nice. I'm not crying, okay? I like the site, that's all. It was helpful. And I'm not crying. I mean, Miss is cutting onions right now, so that's probably why I'm not... Be kind, don't lie, open your mind, and find your own truth. Till next time, this has been Jeranism.